He did Borderlands. Oof. Oof.
Yeah, that movie apparently bombed.
I really want to see it just out of morbid curiosity. Never played the games. I have no interest in seeing the movie, but I just want to see how why is it doing
The
so
games
bad.
are well liked. At least the first two are. I mean, actually, the prequel was, I think, pretty well liked too.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a fan of them myself. Yeah. The second one, and like the stories are fine, but they're one of those looter shooters where the enemies never stay dead, so you just constantly got to go through the same areas over and over, killing the same bad guys over and over.
Like an arcade game at that point.
Yeah, picking up different guns and here and there. It's fine. It's funny, but like. And if you're into it, it's got good lore to it, so I can understand why it bombed if it didn't.
Well, it feels like it's one of this where it should have been a TV show, right? Like Fallout.
Now, from what I've read, well, first of all, it's what's his name,
Eli Roth.
Eli Roth. So.
Yeah, which is like. I like him, but like he's not a good director.
No. So first of all, you have that problem. Second of all, I heard they gave him way too much creativity.
Yeah, probably.
He was like, yeah. I mean, if they wanted to be more involved, then it would be more closer to the source material. I didn't have no problem doing it. They just said, do what you want, so I did what I wanted.
Well, if like, do what you want, why go off script and go off what people no one like? Especially on a again, I don't care about the series, but if I was like, hey, Marcus, go do a Red Dead series. Never played them. I'm going to play those games and learn what people like them.
That's the thing, though. And that's why, like, you have to imagine if this guy's not a gamer and he doesn't want to play video games and you give him creative freedom, you're not going to, like, it didn't sound like he was, like, he had his own vision or anything. It was like, it's at that point, it's on the licensed people that get involved and say, like, this is what we want here, here, and here, do this, doing this, and this.
But if he's got final say or whatever, then it's up to him at that point. So, again, if I'm not a gamer, I'm not a gamer like that, but give me Portal. I'm going to play those games and learn, okay, how can I make this to a fun either movie or show, even though I don't care about the source material. I'm still going to give it justice to the fans. Or at least put, like, I'm not going to do this, like, it looks accurate. Like, I'm looking at the poster right now. This is not a Borderlands review, by the way, but I'm looking at the poster and I'm like, it looks like the game, I think, but like I'm not just gonna do that. I'm gonna try my damnedest.
You can look at pictures of it and get the art style down easily.
Yeah,
but like playing a Borderlands game is committing like 50 hours to a video game, and then probably you would probably have to commit to 2 or 3 games that's going to be over 100 hours, and you're a director and you're on timelines and crunches and stuff like that.
You know what you do? Go to YouTube, go to Borderlands gameplay or cutscenes or whatever. I'm doing right now.
There is no cutscenes. It's all through gameplay.
Yeah, it's got Borderlands 2, a meat bicycle built for 2 Krieg story trailer. I would just watch some of this stuff, and if I'm not going to play the game. I would rather play the game, or at least have watch someone play the game.
I don't know why I'm defending Eli Roth.
Yeah,
I don't even like.
And I'm not coming at him to come at him. I'm just saying if I were him.
But I would also I'd be curious to see if he was behind. I don't think he was the writer. Oh, you know what I mean?
Hold on, I'm playing a YouTube video real quick. It's our YouTube video. Is it gameplay? Yeah, it's gameplay. I would rather play the game. Who did? I got the question. Let's see who wrote this damn movie.
Because I'm pretty sure he was just the director. I don't think he wrote it.
It's directed by Eli Roth, screenplay by Eli Roth and Joe Crombie, story by Eli Roth. So he wrote and directed the damn thing.
Okay, he wrote.
So I was like,
but yeah, so they gave him creative control. But I would argue if they wanted a true Borderlands movie, Bethesda and Microsoft should have came in and said, this is how you do on Microsoft. There should have been people there telling them this is what Borderlands is.
110%. And if they're not going to do that, if I'm the director at the helm of this, like, hey, I'm going to need these people's phone numbers real quick and like need to have a coffee date with them. Like, I'm not that I don't want to F it up, but I still want to just do a decent job at this.
But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It depends. We would have to read like the behind the scenes and stuff behind it. Yeah. But like they could have just chose him as a random director.
Oh, for sure.
And if you don't have a passion for the property and this is just another job to you, you have full creative control and no one's telling me this is what it's how to be. I'm not going to go out of my way to try and do this because apparently if they don't care enough, why should I, you know?
And I agree with that to a point, but like, I mean, I'm just different, and obviously, haven't done it. If someone gave me like My Little Ponies, I'm still gonna try to make it like, what would the fans want? And since I'm not a fan to know any fans of it, I'm gonna try to get in contact with some fans, or at least the creators of like, how would you guys make a My Little Ponies 90-minute film? That's what I would try to do. I don't know. I have no interest in the world. I want to try my damnedest to be as close to you guys want. Like, what kind of Easter eggs or sequel bait shit?
Like,
whose story should I follow? If there's any story I should follow.
I'm just having trouble blaming the creators of the movie behind this because.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not trying not to.
This doesn't feel to me like it's the movie's fault. I feel like because Bethesda has not been the greatest company when it comes to.
I think it's everyone.
I'm sorry.
The top.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I keep screwing up. I keep saying Bethesda. It's not Bethesda. It's shit. What's Gearbox?
Okay,
it's Gearbox.
I have no idea about the games. I do see that Gearbox Studios. Yeah,
it's and Gearbox. I apologize. I meant Gearbox.
Yeah.
And not Microsoft. It's Gearbox and 2K.
Yeah,
I got Fallout confused with.
Yeah.
It's just some of these video game companies are scumbags. And I could just see, I'm cashing in we're cashing in on our license because it's the license.
Yes.
Whereas to actually give Bethesda's credit, even though
not Bethesda.
No, I am. This time it's Bethesda.
Okay.
This time it is Bethesda. To give them credit, even though they have been fucking up a lot recently. The Fallout TV show was apparently really good.
Yeah.
So they cared enough to get that right.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know, there's a part of me that's like, if you have control of your license, and as far as the movie is, like, I wonder who was the company that produced the movie.
Which movie? This one?
Borderlands, yeah.
This is produced by Avi Arad and Eric Feig.
So, Sony?
Production companies, Media Capital Technologies, Arad Productions, Picture Start, Gearbox 2K, distributed by Lionsgate Films.
Aren't they owned by somebody though?
Probably, man. Everyone's owned by everyone.
My point is, it's different if a movie company comes in and buys the license and does their own thing with it. Then it's their fault. But usually with the video game licenses these days, at the very least, it's not like back in the day where they would sell Resident Evil to what's his name and then they do whatever they want, because that's their fault.
Yes.
But now it seems like the companies are involved with what kind of movies they want to be made with their licenses. So I actually feel it's more on the video game companies than the actual movie producers to get the movie right now.
I don't know, so I can't really have an opinion on that. I would say it's a little bit of everyone at top video games.
Of course, there's studios. There's also the suits that, but I mean, like, there's the directors, the writers, and stuff. And
like again, we haven't seen the movie, so maybe the acting's bad, and maybe the direction's bad too. So we're just guessing.
I mean, it's very possible, just based on a movie standard, it's bad too.
Yeah, and from what I'm hearing, like, people are saying it's just boring and unfunny, and not too true to the lore. And I was like, that sucks for the fans.
To be fair to Eli Roth, he's never been exciting or funny.
Exactly. So it's like,
so I don't know what you wanted.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know, right? So it's like, I don't know. Yeah. It's just, I'm just curious to see, like, why is it so bad? And, like, as someone who's not a fan at all of this stuff, would I probably enjoy it? Probably not, because again, reviewers I've heard who don't even play the game still find the movie unbelievably boring. It's like, well, I don't want to sit through that.
I heard it bombed pretty spectacular.
Yeah, so the budget was around 120 million.
And I think it only made like 18?
Right now, the box on the Wikipedia is saying 17 million. That's really bad.
That's really, really bad.
17.9, so 18 million. That's really bad for a 2024 for a licensed video game movie.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Especially after Mario came out, the blockbusters, that Fallout, Last of Us, since those things are coming out doing great.
Yeah.
And then this makes 18 million?
Yeah, that's bad.
Most of the movies we watch that are directed DVD comic book cartoon movies make almost that. Like, and they don't have nowhere near this budget. So that's crazy.
Yeah, that is a loss if I have never seen it. That's one of the biggest losses we've seen in a long time.
Exactly. That's historically bad. And especially with the cast they have. They have Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Jack Black. Like, these are names, man.
Yeah.
Even Jamie Lee Curtis, even these young people. The Ariana Greenblatt. She was in she plays young Gamora in the Infinity War movie.
Oh.
And it's just like, damn, these are people. Like, 18 million is really bad.
I mean, it's really bad based on their budget. If it was a 1 million budget, made 18, that would be like, that's a success.
Yes. But a $110 million movie from a big name studio, big name cast and a big name director, and from a big name game studios and a big name game, like, how?
And it's like maybe 2% they made back of their budget.
And that's not even counting marketing.
Yeah, no, right.
Like, they lost so much money on this movie. And it's like, it's historical. That's why I'm kind of curious, like, it can't be that bad, can it?
I mean, maybe it is.
Right? Like, I do want to see it out of that reason. Was like, because how often does it happen nowadays?
Not often.
Yeah, I haven't heard of like a loss that bad since.
Even bad movies at least make their budget back,
right?
You know?
Like, what did Morbius make? Well, let me look that up now. So Morbius, the budget for Morbius is about $80 million, and it made $167 million.
To be fair to Morbius, though,
yeah,
they did re-release it.
Oh shit! Okay, what's the bad one that came out? Madam Web, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that one. You're right. Thank you for saying that, because I would have never thought about that. That did help the box office, right? I think.
Yeah, I don't know if they got more, but it got 2 runs in the theater. So
okay, so the Madam Web has 2 budgets. It says $100 million gross, $80 million net. So we're the budget. Let's say $100 million for a gross budget, but the box office is still $100 million. So it didn't make any money, but it didn't lose.
Right, it made its budget back.
Yeah,
exactly.
So it's like, how did what's this movie called? Not Fallout.
Borderlands.
Like how is it doing so badly? Because you think even the fan base will come out and see it.
Well, maybe the fan base did go out and see it. That's why it made the 18 million. Because it's a big series, but it's not like it's a second tier big series. You know what I mean?
Five Nights at Freddy's, right? FNAF.
Yes.
That was a shit movie. People but the fans came up to see it. Let's see how much that made. Because now I'm curious.
But FNAF has a cult following, and it's very kid cult followings, and kids will go watch anything.
But so that budget was $20 million. $20 million. And guess how much it made in the box office?
I'll say like $200 million.
297. Almost $300 million. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, but like I said, that has a kid cult following, and kids will watch anything.
Very true. Very true. But that's no excuse, because granted, that's PG-13. What's Borderlands? That's also PG-13, right?
Well, and that's another problem. Borderlands should not be PG-13. That should have been a rated R easy.
But if you're gonna this is following all the things Hollywood likes to do, and it made only $18 million. I don't get it. Because even the fans should have turned out for it, right? Like
I said, it's a popular series, but it's a second tier series, and even though video games have become one of the more popular things, it is the most profitable sector in technology right now, I would even say.
Yeah.
It's still kind of niche to play certain kinds of games. And Borderlands is it's a looter shooter. It's not Fortnite. It's not Call of Duty.
Yeah, I guess it's out of the prime of Borderlands. When I think of Borderlands, I think about when I was younger, I guess. And since we're so far removed from when's the last Borderlands game came out?
I want to say 2018.
No, that's the case. Yeah, so it's kind of God, it's almost 6 years. Math.
Maybe not. I could look it up. Borderlands series. I didn't even know that came out. The last game came out 2022, actually.
Oh wow! So it's still,
but that was a spinoff.
Yeah, but still part of the series, though.
That was Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which is that.
So it was before that. Then I'm curious.
Borderlands 3 was the most recent one. It was 2019.
So it's 5 years ago. I guess that's far. I just thought this series was a bigger series, were popular enough to have not 18 million in box office. That's all.
And there was a Telltale point and click new Tales from Borderlands in 2022, but I didn't even know that came out, and I follow video game news, so I didn't know it was out.
I'm just surprised it is doing that badly. That's historically bad.
Yeah, I mean,
by the time it ends its theatrical run, I wonder if it's going to make at least half its budget. Well, has it been released worldwide yet, or no?
I don't know.
Or are these just America numbers?
I do not know.
Because if that's the case, maybe the worldwide Chinese market will help save it.
I suppose.
That's usually a big bump for people.
These numbers feel like classic when they used to do garbage video games.
That's what I'm saying.
But I just looked up Blood Rain from 2005. That had a $25 million budget. And only made $3.7 million.
Oh God!
So,
but that's also a really bad movie.
Yeah,
that's what's his face? UV Bold, right, or whatever his name is.
UV Bold,
yeah, notoriously a bad director. I'm just stunned at how this movie did monumentally terrible. And it's just a fascinating thing that be happening right now in the world of entertainment. That is bad.
Resident Evil. Wow. 33 million budget, made 103 million.
Which one?
The first one.
Wow, really?
I guess people really wanted to see that movie when it came out.
I remember that's the time the zombies were just popping off too, and it was a good movie. It's not great, but it was a good movie for the time. If you're not a Resident Evil fan,
yeah, I was about to say it's not a good Resident Evil movie. That's
again,
for sure.
Me who's not a video gamer, when I saw it and I still watch it sometimes, like this isn't bad. I don't know why people hate it. But if I was a fan of the series, I'd be like, man, this movie.
Second one made $45 million budget. Was 129 million.
Yeah, I watched this Retribution. I watched the first few, and I was like, "These are not that bad." I don't know why people hate them. Granted, never playing a game in my life.
Yeah, that's why you like.
Yeah, them. They're fine movies. They're fine, shitty horror films.
They all made profits.
Yes. I'm part of the problem. I'm sorry. Jesus and that's what I turned out for those. Like, so the fact that no one's turning out for Borderlands, it's like, damn, that's a son of a bitch, honestly. Just, wow.
Yeah.